Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief, APGAINS. If you're wondering where I've been, sorry, I was at a funeral. If you're wondering where I'm going to be, maybe when this video is uploaded, I don't know when this video is going live, because I'm going to Disneyland. Thursday, February 3rd, I think, is where I'll be. I'll be out of town. I thank you for the well wishes. I'll see you there. We're talking Lord Vader. We're live, as you can see. I'm back for a couple of hours before I have to go down to LA, so I thought I would pop in for a wee little stream, and in good APGAINS fashion, as you guys know, APGAINS has never added anything constructive to the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. While he may have been the #2 viewed channel over, I think we just hit the last 6 months in the entire world, I've never actually added any value to the game, and all I'm known for is being a big bitch and crying all the time. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to talk about Lord Vader. As of the time of recording this, we literally just got a post from Doja saying that they're gonna nerf Lord Vader again. I've been gone for a couple days. Did they buff him? Why are they nerfing him again? I thought the problem with him was that he sucked. We are investigating if the merits of any changes. Okay, all right. Let's reset. Lord Vader is a galactic legend. Why do people say Lord Vader is bad? Because obviously, as a galactic legend, he is not a bad character. Lord Vader is in no means actually a bad character. He's good. He's good at specific things. He's bad at specific things, just like most characters except for Kenobi. Kenobi and Executor are the two exceptions. They're good at everything. But not everyone can be APGAINS and be good at everything. Some people have to be Arnold T-102, like Lord Vader, and have to be bad at certain things. Arnold, bad at not being more beautiful. Lord Vader, bad at, you know, damage and animations and just all-around team synergy and all of that good stuff. Oh, fuck. I'm being choked. Lord Vader, promiscuous penguin. You're with him! Me. Ah, fuck. I just got Lord Vadered for talking bad about Lord Vader. But will I edit that out of the video? No, I will not. What are some good things about Lord Vader? Lord Vader on defense is a strong character. And if you don't bring in the right counter, you will time out. Lord Vader is a good character. The problem is that's if you don't bring in the right counter. At this point, we know what the good counters are. Back in the day, you could have brought in your Shakti Imperial Troopers. Oh, no, you think Shakti has to be used with clone troopers. No, Shakti gets to be used with Imperial Troopers. But now we have Iden Versio, who has a great Omicron and cannot be pulled away. But if she is, will also counter. You can use some pretty good stuff against Lord Vader, and he just dies. So what needs to change? Lord Vader needs to just not hit like a wet noodle. I feel like all of the damage they took away from Darth Vader. You guys remember the great nerf of 2020 whatever year? I honestly don't even remember at this point. They took away from Darth Vader's damage because under Lord Vader lead in testing, they're like, there's so many dots, he's doing millions of damage. We have to nerf him, right? And we were all upset. Free-to-play got absolutely shafted. But that's just what had to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. It would have probably been kind of unfair for Darth Vader to be critting for 7 million damage under Lord Vader lead. The only problem is that team doesn't have the damage to make up for all of that, because Darth Vader is, you know, being used elsewhere. I mean, sometimes you'll see Darth Vader on a Lord Vader team, sometimes you won't. Most of the time he's being used, you know, EP Darth Vader, Mara Jade, JML counters, right? Because we have to use teams to counter other teams. So he's not on there. So all the damage that was theoretically making Lord Vader broken in testing, right? Oh my god, Lord Vader, he's broken in testing. We have to nerf Darth Vader and fuck over the free-to-play so that we can come back around. The damage is not there. And that's why I think a lot of times, I think in the future, we're going to see characters change. I think there's going to be a lot of characters coming to the game that are going to be changed. Because the beta program can't be that large, right? 20 people, whatever it probably is, and they're all testing at full Relic 8, Relic 9s. That's not how the game is played. The game is not played at Relic 8, Relic 9. 3% of the game might be played at Relic 8, Relic 9, but 97% of the game is played at Gear 12 to R6, right? That's where the game is being played. So hundreds of thousands or however many people still play this game in 2023 or whatever year it is, I've been hit over the head, I don't even know, are going to find ways to beat this. So they're going to build a character to do a specific thing because, you know, Lord Vader at full Relic 9. He's stealing so much mastery from all these other characters. Wow, he looks so good. You put him into the game, there's 30 Lord Vaders in the world that are going to act like all of the testing that they did versus how many Lord Vaders are actually in the game. I want you, if you're a Lord Vader owner, I want you to speak up in the comment section. If you're a Lord Vader owner, I guess you're more likely to say yes to this than the majority of the player base because you're a Lord Vader owner. And I can see how that'd be funny, but is your whole Lord Vader team R9? Are you getting the extra tanks from R9? Are you getting the extra mastery from R8, R9? The answer is maybe yes if you own Lord Vader, but where is the incentive for new players to come in and get Lord Vader if all of their R8s and R9s are being used as requirements for Lord Vader, and now the Lord Vader team sucks? None of the characters they can do are super good. You have to have Maul, right? So that completely dissuades anyone from going for Lord Vader at all if they didn't already have 4 million GP when Maul first came out, right? That's the great argument, is like, if you have a Conquest character to go along with a Galactic Legend, you're absolutely crippling the amount of people who would consider whaling on this character, right? Like, I got up Kenobi, right? I got up Kenobi. They announced him. I had a bunch of wrecks. I worked for months and months and months and months free to play, and I got Kenobi, and I'm super happy. And I don't have Cat because I didn't have 4 million GP till like Maul came out, right? So I couldn't get all those Cat shards. So I'm like missing 250 Cat shards. And yes, I could spend 600 crystals a day if, you know, my parents dropped me off of a building when I was little and I ceased all brain functionality or whatever. But I'm not going to do that. So instead, I am left without Cat. But the good news is Kenobi is useful without Cat. I find great use with my Kenobi without Cat. I get top, 10 or whatever it is in Squad Arena. Not that that matters anymore. He's great in GAC. I get value out of that character. You're not going to get the same value out of Lord Vader as you're going to get at Kenobi. And Lord Vader is way more expensive. Way more expensive than Kenobster. So where Kenobi benefits from being a really good character and then becoming amazing with that Conquest character. So even if you didn't have the 4 million GP when Cat came out, and it's probably like another 3 or 6 months before you can farm her free to play, allegedly, right? You still have an incentive to farm up Kenobi. Maybe spend a couple of buckarooskies, a couple of quid. I learned that. You call it quid if you're a cool British man. But with Lord Vader, if you didn't have 4 million GP when Maul was around, what's your incentive to farm up Lord Vader? Because Maul's going to be, 9 months before he's free-to-play farmable? So let's say I'm a player and I want to spend money. I want to spend money in this game and I want Lord Vader. I've never seen a YouTube video, so I know nothing about this game, and for whatever reason, I want Lord Vader. And I go out and I spend all my money. I can't get Maul for 9 months. I'm stuck with a terrible character without the only reason that he's maybe not super terrible, and I'm fucked, right? And now other players are like, well, why would I consider spending $20 on crystals or $100 on a vault or whaling out so I can get my Relic Bad Batch so that I can get the requirements for Lord Vader? Why would I be incentivized to do this? Because not only is he bad with Maul, he's terrible without Maul, and I won't have Maul for 9 months. I have no incentive to go in here. And I feel like the reason they keep nerfing him and then moving his kit around and doing all of this weird stuff is because no one's whaling on Vader. I think they've given up on him. I think they realize that they're not going to make any more money on Lord Vader because he sucks, and they've completely given up on him. Did they eventually do the Night Sister change? No. Did they solve that you could counter it with Imperial Troopers? No. They've done nothing. And I feel like that's the problem. They're looking at it from, we shouldn't do any work on him because he sucks. Instead of where they should be is, we need to do work on him because he sucks. If the end goal is CG wants money from this character, ignoring him and not making any money as opposed to making him better so that you can then make money off of the character, it's already a really expensive character. Imagine if this was an expensive character and people actually wanted to have him. I don't know. I mean, obviously there are some people out there who are, farming Lord Vader for whatever reason. But how many of you guys can go deep within your own souls and say, of all the things I need to do, maybe I'm 1 million GP, maybe I'm 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wherever I may be in the game. Of all the things that I need to do to better my roster for GAC and Territory Wars, is Lord Vader the thing I need to do right now? I would say 98% of you are going to say absolutely not. 98% of you are going to be like, you know what? No. I look at I'm on Nicole's account, so I can't pull up my roster, but you know, on my roster, I'm about to have Executor whenever Razor Crest becomes farmable. I'm working towards Cat. I have all this stuff. There's a million things that I'm going to do before Lord Vader. I wish Lord Vader was worth it because, you know, I would love to have Bad Batch. I'd love to have all these random, you know, what is Zam Relic 7 a requirement? Like, that's okay. Embo, you know what? Screw it. I could have an extra R5. Like, I'm not terribly opposed to the requirements where my account sits right now, but there's no payoff. It's probably a year of my life farming if I do it free to play, and the payoff is nothing. The payoff is nothing. I have no incentive to do Lord Vader. Moral of the story, fix Lord Vader. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Subscribe and tickle my balls.